Hello guys, how are you? You're with me again, Felix Mbewe, also known as Bwana Mbeu, all the way from Zambia, Africa. Today I'm discussing something important in the farming space. I want to talk about integrated farming and the essence of manure as a component in the process. So manure is in different forms, but mostly it's from animals. Cows in this instance, pigs, chickens, and other livestock that farmers get to have or can access at different places and different locations. So under conservation farming, we really do focus so much on the importance of manure, and this is animal waste as an important factor in the chain of producing crops in a sustainable way, cheap, effective, and healthy. There are all those benefits that come with using manure, which can be used after it rots, or you can mix it up with other materials like grass, branches, leaves, or the remains of your crops in your gardens. And it makes a very good compost manure. So the question always is, why use manure when, by the way, you use a lot of it in terms of quantities compared to the conventional fertilizers, which you use just a bit or a few of them, whilst for manure you use a lot and a lot of it to have a similar impact. So there are a lot of reasons, from the economic reasons to environmental reasons, and also nutritional and health reasons. So farmers have to understand, or they have to know, all the differences, and that goes so much with capacity as well as accessibility of manure. Labor or manpower, it's also another factor, because it's a way long process to get manure for a larger piece of land as compared to using fertilizer. So you realize the portion which can be probably done by, say, 2 people using fertilizer will be done maybe by 10 people to apply manure, because you need a lot of it. So in the end, according to my own findings, is that manure usage outweighs the chemical fertilizers because of the benefits that I think outweigh the cost of using chemical fertilizers. So in my journey, I've really seen the harvest in terms of quantity and quality when I use or apply chemical fertilizers and manure in my fields. So for me, it's about the quality and the quantity. Then there should be as well a benefit to the health of the consumer, be it animals or people. That matters so much for me. And the more we can grow our crops as close as possible to a sustainable organic way, the better. So that is one of the priorities that I have. It's not just business as usual. So I factor in those important concerns. So you see that for a very long time now, we've been so much heavy on organic agriculture, which has made us to grow and also impact and empower different communities with these methods. Because we wouldn't just want to be only us to benefit from these practices. So the second part also is that manure is usually readily available, especially for most farmers like in villages and rural areas, as compared to those farmers in urban areas where it's a bit difficult to access manure. But all you know, you can get to buy compost or organic fertilizers that people make, which are more sustainable. I've also seen another reason why you should do or focus on using manure. It is for the regeneration of your soil. I try by all means, because of the number of hectares that we're doing at the moment, to maintain the soil or our lands to almost 100% organic and virgin, in as much as we're using them, so that we don't deplete the fertility, because our harvest depends on the quality and the fertility of the soil that we have. So if you want to continue harvesting better and having good yields at your farms, it's really important that you preserve and conserve your soil. Because remember, when you protect and conserve your soil, by taking care of it, your soil will take care of your crop or your animals. Your animals or your crops will take care of your belly or your pocket, meaning you have sufficient money, sufficient income to do other things and enjoy your life as a farmer. Then you should make a comparison on your own, especially those of you that have been farming for some time and have used some natural inputs or some organic inputs. Then you switched into using chemicals, heavy actually, that's what I mean. Or if you're using both, try to compare the output or your yield. Then with time you realize also that even the amount of fertilizer that you need to apply gets to be more. Your soil is depleted, it starts to demand for more fertilizer. For you to have a good yield or to maintain your yield, you have to increase on your inputs. So, which is not the case with manure. There is also one thing that also really strikes me the most. The environment in terms of pollution or soil degradation is not something that usually you can see happening in a short period of time. It takes a while, and most of us don't get to realize that. Then we ignore it. Only in most instances you realize the impact to be felt by maybe the next generation, meaning your children or the next user of your farm would have inherited a useless land. But we need to continue to have better lands, better and fertile soils for continued productivity. Therefore, we have to maintain or conserve our soils as much as possible. This, for me, has a comprehensive effect on all of us, regardless of where you stay, because these pollutants do not only affect specific farms or farmers, they go beyond that. They go way up to the environment, water, the quality of the air that you breathe, and the food generally that you have or what you're putting back in the ecosystem. So it's really critical that we look after this part of our environment and think of how we're doing farming, that it should be really, really sustainable and effective, so that we don't regret in the end for having depleted or misused or abused our land and our environment. So there are other more reasons that I've discussed. You can check out the other videos that I've done where I was explaining the importance of manure, the importance of compost, how to do conservation farming, then you can learn and see more about that. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you do much of being environmentally friendly and conscious by doing agriculture in a climate smart way. I'm glad to be part of one of the practitioners of such a noble way of producing food. So let's get talking, let's get chatting. Remember to subscribe and invite more people to my channel, to my Facebook page, Felix Mbewe or Bwana Mbeu. We'll be glad to hear from you. I wish you a happy farming and a happy life, guys. Bye bye. See you.